Have you ever heard of someone ending up in the hospital just because they ate the wrong fruit? It might sound unbelievable, but it's a frightening reality for many seniors. Take the case of a 72-year-old woman from Florida, active, alert, and seemingly healthy. Within days of adding a tropical fruit to her daily smoothie, she began experiencing unusual fatigue, dizziness, and memory lapses. Her family assumed it was just part of aging. But the next morning, she collapsed in her kitchen. The doctors were stunned. The culprit wasn't a stroke or a heart condition, it was starfruit. A seemingly harmless fruit had become dangerously toxic in her body due to mild, undiagnosed kidney dysfunction, a condition that affects nearly 1 in 3 older adults without any warning signs. Here's the unsettling truth. As we grow older, the foods that once nourished us can start working against us. Our bodies process nutrients, sugar, and medication differently. Some fruits can spike blood sugar levels faster than soda, trigger acid reflux, interfere with medications, or overwhelm aging kidneys and hearts. And yet, many of these fruits are still considered healthy by the general public. That's exactly why I made this video, to help you avoid those hidden traps. Today, I'll reveal 7 common fruits that seniors should never eat and explain exactly why they pose a risk. More importantly, I'll share safe and delicious alternatives that you can still enjoy without compromising your health. And trust me, number 5 will shock you. It's something almost every household has on the counter right now, and most people have no idea how dangerous it can become with age. If you're new here, welcome. I've spent over a decade working with older adults, and I've seen firsthand how a few smart food choices can transform someone's energy, sleep, heart health, and independence. So, if you care about your health or that of a loved one, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below whenever something surprises you. I'd love to know what catches you off guard. Now, let's begin, starting with a fruit that looks completely harmless, but can become a neurological nightmare when your kidneys aren't working at full capacity. This is one you absolutely need to know about. 1. Starfruit, the silent neurotoxin lurking in your fruit bowl. Have you ever felt dizzy, confused, or strangely fatigued, and chalked it up to getting older? What if the real cause wasn't age at all, but a fruit in your kitchen? That's exactly what happened to John, a 72-year-old retiree from Florida. Every morning, he made himself a smoothie with starfruit, believing it was a refreshing, vitamin-packed way to start the day. But within a week, he began forgetting names, stumbling when he walked, and waking up disoriented. At first, his family thought it was early dementia. It wasn't. After collapsing at home, doctors discovered that the starfruit had triggered severe neurotoxic symptoms, all because of his mild, undiagnosed kidney impairment. Now, here's the shocking part. Caramboxin, a neurotoxin found in starfruit, is normally filtered out by healthy kidneys. But in seniors, kidney function naturally declines, even if blood tests still appear normal. That means this toxin can accumulate in the bloodstream silently, attacking the brain and nervous system. The result? Dizziness, vomiting, seizures, confusion, and in rare cases, coma. The National Kidney Foundation has warned that even a single starfruit can cause serious neurological damage in people with compromised kidney function. But here's the catch. 1 in 3 older adults have reduced kidney function and don't even know it. That's why this fruit, though exotic and attractive, can be incredibly dangerous for seniors. As someone who's worked with older adults for over a decade, I've seen firsthand how starfruit poisoning often goes undiagnosed. It mimics age-related cognitive decline, making it harder to catch before real damage occurs. That's what makes it so insidious. So, what's the smarter alternative? If you enjoy tropical flavors, try Asian pears or dragon fruit instead. Both are delicious, low in risk, and widely available in stores. And please, if you've ever felt off after eating something new, share your experience in the comments. You might help someone else avoid a health scare. Coming up next is another fruit that looks innocent, but could send your blood sugar skyrocketing and even become a choking hazard for seniors. Trust me, you've probably eaten it this week. Let's take a closer look at fruit number 2. 2. Grapes, the blood sugar trap and choking hazard, 400 words. They seem so innocent, tiny, sweet, and easy to snack on. But did you know that a handful of grapes can spike your blood sugar faster than a donut? And that they're one of the most dangerous choking hazards for older adults? Let me tell you about Patricia, a 68-year-old woman from Chicago. In an effort to eat healthier, she swapped her afternoon cookies for a bowl of grapes. It felt like a smart choice. But within weeks, her blood sugar readings became unstable, her energy levels dipped, and she began experiencing frequent headaches and blurred vision. Her doctor traced the problem not to candy or pastries, but to grapes. The problem? Grapes are loaded with natural sugar. Just 1 cup contains around 23 grams, equivalent to 4 sugar cubes. And because they have a high glycemic index, they digest quickly, flooding the bloodstream with glucose. For seniors, especially those with diabetes, prediabetes, or insulin resistance, this can lead to dangerous blood sugar spikes, followed by fatigue, mood swings, and even long-term complications like nerve or eye damage. But sugar isn't the only threat. As we age, our swallowing reflex slows, and our ability to cough or clear the throat weakens. Grapes, with their smooth, slippery texture, can easily slide into the airway and become lodged in the throat. In fact, the National Safety Council has reported a growing number of choking incidents involving grapes among seniors in recent years. As a health educator with over 10 years of experience working with older adults, I always advise caution when it comes to healthy snacks that carry hidden risks. Grapes can be part of a senior's diet, but only with strict portion control and proper preparation. So what should you do instead? If you love sweet fruit snacks, go for blueberries or raspberries. Lower in sugar, rich in antioxidants, and safer to chew. And if you still want to enjoy grapes, always cut them into quarters and pair them with a protein source like cheese to slow glucose absorption. Now, let's move on to a fruit that's praised for its immune-boosting benefits, but can secretly trigger acid reflux, ruin your medications, and erode your teeth. Yes, it's probably in your fridge right now. Let's talk about oranges. 3. Oranges, the acid reflux trigger that interferes with medications. What if your morning glass of orange juice, something you've believed is boosting your immune system, is actually the reason you've been waking up with burning pain in your chest? That's exactly what happened to Margaret, a 73-year-old woman from Minnesota. For years, she started her day with a tall glass of fresh orange juice. She believed it was helping her fight off colds and stay energized. But over time, she began experiencing severe acid reflux at night, waking up with a burning throat and pressure in her chest. She had no idea it was the citrus acid triggering her discomfort, until her doctor made the connection. Here's why oranges can be problematic for older adults. They're highly acidic, and as we age, the muscle that keeps stomach acid from rising, the lower esophageal sphincter, tends to weaken. This makes it easier for acid to creep up into the esophagus, especially when lying down. Over 60% of seniors experience acid reflux, and citrus fruits like oranges are among the top triggers. But that's not all. Oranges also interfere with over 50 common medications, including blood pressure meds, statins, and antidepressants. According to Mayo Clinic, consuming citrus juice within 2 hours of taking these drugs can alter how they're absorbed, or make them less effective altogether. And let's not forget about your teeth. The natural acidity of oranges gradually wears down tooth enamel, which is already more fragile with age. This can lead to increased sensitivity, cavities, and even gum issues over time. As a health educator, I've had countless patients tell me they were shocked to learn their healthy morning routine was actually contributing to their discomfort and undermining their treatment plans. The lesson? Natural doesn't always mean harmless, especially after 60. So what's a smarter option? If you want a boost of vitamin C without the acidity, try red bell peppers or kiwi. Both are nutrient-rich and gentle on the stomach. And if you still enjoy oranges, never eat them on an empty stomach, dilute the juice, and avoid them within 2 hours of taking medication. Next up is a fruit hailed as a superfood, but it might be secretly sabotaging your weight, affecting your potassium levels, and interfering with your heart medication. Let's talk about avocados. 4. Avocados, the fat bomb that can disrupt your heart and medications. Avocados are everywhere these days, on toast, in smoothies, and praised by nutrition blogs as the ultimate heart-healthy food. But what if I told you that for many seniors, this beloved superfood could quietly be doing more harm than good? Let me introduce you to Robert, a 75-year-old from Denver. A few years ago, he decided to switch to clean eating, replacing his morning eggs with avocado toast. It seemed like a smart choice, but within just 3 months, he gained over 12 pounds. his knee pain worsened, and he began feeling sluggish. The surprise came at his next checkup when his doctor noticed changes in his blood pressure medication's effectiveness. The culprit? The very fruit he thought was helping him: avocados. Here's why. While avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, they're also extremely calorie-dense, with a medium avocado containing around 240 calories, almost as much as an entire meal. As we age, metabolism slows, and our caloric needs drop. That means eating high-fat fruits like avocados regularly, without portion control, can lead to weight gain, which adds pressure on joints, the heart, and mobility. But the bigger concern lies in medication interference. Avocados are high in vitamin K, which can reduce the effectiveness of blood thinners like warfarin, increasing the risk of blood clots. They can also alter potassium levels, posing a problem for people with kidney disease or heart conditions. And for seniors with latex sensitivities, avocados can trigger allergic reactions due to protein similarities, causing anything from mild itching to breathing issues. In my decade of working with older adults, I've learned this: even healthy foods must be re-evaluated with age. What works in your 30s may no longer serve you in your 70s. And portion size is everything. So what should you do? If you love that creamy texture, try a quarter avocado per serving and always pair it with fiber or protein to balance digestion. Or opt for safer heart-healthy fats like olive oil, walnuts, or almonds, which offer similar benefits without the medication complications. Coming up next, a fruit that seems like the perfect summer snack: hydrating, sweet, and innocent. But for seniors, it could throw off your entire fluid balance and spike your blood sugar, just like soda. Let's take a closer look at watermelon. 5. Watermelon, the hydration trap that can spike blood sugar and disrupt fluid balance. It's sweet, juicy, and over 90% water. Surely watermelon is one of the healthiest fruits you can eat, right? Not quite, especially if you're over 60. Meet Betty, a 78-year-old from Arizona. During a sweltering summer, she began eating watermelon every day, thinking it was a smart way to stay hydrated. But within a week, her legs started swelling, her breathing became shallow, and she felt a constant heaviness in her chest. Her family rushed her to the hospital, where doctors discovered something surprising. Her heart was under immense stress from excess fluid retention, and watermelon, the fruit she thought was helping her, was actually making things worse. You see, while watermelon is hydrating, it also has a high glycemic index, which means it breaks down rapidly in the body and sends a rush of sugar into the bloodstream, similar to soda. For older adults, especially those with diabetes or insulin resistance, this can result in sudden blood sugar spikes, followed by fatigue, irritability, and long-term complications such as nerve damage or vision loss. But the concerns don't stop there. Watermelon is also rich in potassium, an essential mineral for heart and muscle function. However, when kidneys begin to decline, a common yet often silent condition in seniors, the body may no longer process potassium efficiently. This can lead to hyperkalemia, a dangerous buildup of potassium in the blood that causes muscle weakness, irregular heartbeats, and in severe cases, cardiac arrest. And here's the catch: nearly 40% of older adults have reduced kidney function and don't even realize it. As a health educator with over a decade of experience working with seniors, I've seen this scenario play out more times than I'd like. Hydration is crucial as we age, but it must be done wisely. Not all fruits are safe simply because they contain water. So what's a better option? Instead of watermelon, try cucumber slices infused in water or enjoy frozen berries, which provide hydration along with antioxidants and less sugar. If you still enjoy watermelon, limit your serving to half a cup, eat it earlier in the day, and pair it with protein or fiber to reduce its impact on your blood sugar. And now, let's talk about a fruit many seniors turn to for digestive support, but one that could actually disrupt your medications, cause allergic reactions, and irritate your stomach. Yes, it's time to take a closer look at papaya. 6. Papaya, the digestive helper that may hurt more than help. Papaya has long been praised as a natural digestive aid, especially among seniors. Its soft texture, tropical sweetness, and the enzyme papain give it a reputation for soothing the stomach and helping with protein breakdown. But what if I told you that for many older adults, this gentle fruit could actually be causing more harm than good? That's exactly what happened to Helen, a 71-year-old woman from San Diego. Wanting to improve her digestion naturally, she began eating fresh papaya every morning. Within weeks, however, she noticed her blood pressure medication wasn't working as well, and her blood sugar levels began fluctuating unpredictably. She also experienced occasional mouth itching and bloating, things she had never connected to the fruit. After speaking with her doctor, she discovered that papaya was interfering with her medications and possibly triggering a mild latex-related allergy she didn't know she had. Here's what you need to know. Papaya contains papain, a powerful enzyme that can enhance the effects of blood thinners, diabetes medications, and even certain antibiotics, making them act too strongly in the body. This can lead to unexpected side effects like low blood pressure, uncontrolled bleeding, or unstable blood sugar levels. And if you have a latex sensitivity, which surprisingly affects over 1/3 of seniors, papaya can cross-react and trigger itching, stomach discomfort, or in severe cases, difficulty breathing. On top of that, papaya's acidity can irritate the stomach lining, especially in people who already deal with acid reflux or sensitive digestion, which becomes more common as we age. In my years working with older adults, I've seen papaya go from digestive hero to hidden trigger more often than people realize. The lesson here? Even fruits with health halos need to be approached with care, especially if you're managing multiple medications or chronic conditions. So what can you choose instead? Try plain Greek yogurt with live probiotics to naturally support your gut without the risks, or enjoy a cup of warm ginger tea, which soothes digestion gently and safely. And now, let's turn to the final fruit on our list, a household staple that nearly everyone eats daily. Yet for seniors, it could silently increase the risk of heart complications and sudden fatigue. Let's talk about bananas. 7. Bananas, the hidden risk in every bite. Bananas are one of the most beloved and convenient fruits in the world. They're easy to peel, naturally sweet, and often recommended for heart health and energy. But here's what many seniors don't realize. While bananas are packed with potassium, a mineral crucial for muscle and nerve function, too much potassium in aging bodies can quickly turn from helpful to harmful. James, a 74-year-old retired teacher from Texas, had been eating 2 bananas a day for years. He believed they gave him the energy to stay active and focused. But one morning, he felt lightheaded, weak, and his heart began to race uncontrollably. At the emergency room, his potassium levels were dangerously high, putting him at risk for a potentially fatal arrhythmia. Doctors traced the cause back to the fruit he had trusted most. As we age, our kidneys naturally become less efficient, even if lab tests appear normal. That means the body may not be able to eliminate excess potassium as easily, leading to a condition called hyperkalemia. This can result in muscle weakness, heart palpitations, and in severe cases, cardiac arrest. And bananas, despite their reputation as a safe fruit, are surprisingly high in potassium, especially when consumed in large amounts or combined with potassium-rich medications or supplements. But potassium isn't the only issue. Bananas are also high in natural sugars and digest quickly, which can cause sudden blood sugar spikes followed by energy crashes. For seniors managing diabetes or insulin resistance, this roller coaster can lead to fatigue, mood swings, and unstable blood sugar patterns throughout the day. From a clinical perspective, I've learned that safe doesn't always mean safe for everyone. A healthy food in your 40s may become risky in your 70s, especially when the kidneys, heart, or metabolism are involved. So what's a better option? If you crave something naturally sweet and soft in texture, go for berries like strawberries or blueberries. They're lower in sugar and potassium, and they offer a wealth of antioxidants. Or consider baked sweet potatoes, which provide slow-releasing energy without spiking your blood sugar. Now that we've uncovered all 7 of these surprising fruit dangers, it's time to step back and reflect. In the next section, I'll share with you the key takeaways every senior should remember when it comes to choosing fruits wisely. Because staying healthy isn't about giving things up, it's about knowing what your body needs as it changes. Let's wrap it all up. Imagine eating the same fruits you've loved your whole life, only to discover they're now silently working against your body. It's not a myth or a scare tactic. It's a biological truth that far too many seniors overlook. In my years working with older adults, I've seen a troubling pattern. Foods that once nourished you in your 30s and 40s may become risky, even dangerous, once you hit your 60s and beyond. Here's why. As we age, our bodies change in subtle but powerful ways. Kidney function naturally declines, meaning your body can no longer filter out excess potassium or certain toxins as efficiently as before. That's why fruits like bananas, watermelon, or starfruit, once considered safe, can start building up harmful substances in your system without any early warning signs. You may not feel anything until it's too late, but it doesn't stop there. Metabolism slows, which means your body burns calories more slowly and digests sugars differently. Fruits high in sugar, like grapes or papaya, can cause blood sugar spikes that leave you tired, foggy, or even at risk for long-term diabetic complications. Meanwhile, your digestive system becomes more sensitive, especially to acidity. That's why oranges or papaya, which once felt refreshing, can now trigger heartburn, bloating, or acid reflux. And perhaps most overlooked is how certain fruits can interact with medications. For example, citrus fruits can block or alter how blood pressure or cholesterol meds are absorbed. Fruits rich in vitamin K can interfere with blood thinners. And enzyme-rich fruits like papaya can amplify the effects of medications, sometimes to dangerous levels. Many seniors take 5 or more prescriptions daily, and even one wrong food interaction can have cascading effects on their health. This doesn't mean you need to cut out fruit altogether, but it does mean you need to eat smarter. Understanding how aging affects your organs, metabolism, and digestion empowers you to make better choices, not just for today, but for long-term independence and well-being. Up next, I'll break down the biggest myth about natural foods and reveal why even whole, unprocessed fruits can be harmful if they're not matched to your current health needs. Don't miss it, because this next insight could completely change the way you look at your plate. After learning about the hidden risks in some fruits, you might be wondering, so what can I actually eat safely? That's a question I get all the time from my senior clients. And here's the good news. There are still plenty of fruits that can nourish your body, support your digestion, and protect your heart without overwhelming your system. You just have to know which ones to trust. Let's start with the safest and most senior-friendly options: berries. Strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries are packed with antioxidants, low in sugar, and high in fiber. They support brain health, fight inflammation, and help keep your blood sugar stable. Plus, their soft texture makes them easy to chew, even for those with dental concerns. Next on the list is the humble apple, especially when sliced. Apples are rich in soluble fiber, which helps with cholesterol and digestion. Just remember to chew well or steam them lightly if your teeth or gums are sensitive. And if you prefer something even softer, pears are a wonderful alternative. They're gentle on the stomach and naturally hydrating, without the acid or sugar load of some tropical fruits. Looking for a boost in vitamin C without the burn of citrus? Kiwi is your best friend. It's tart but stomach-friendly, and it delivers more vitamin C than oranges without triggering reflux. Another overlooked hero? Melons, like cantaloupe and honeydew. They're hydrating, lower in sugar than watermelon, and contain important nutrients like beta-carotene and potassium in more manageable amounts. The truth is, aging doesn't mean giving up sweetness or flavor. It just means adjusting your plate to suit your body's new rhythm. As someone who has worked with seniors for over a decade, I can assure you, making smarter fruit choices can drastically improve energy, digestion, and even medication effectiveness. So before you reach for that healthy snack, ask yourself, is this right for my current body, not just my past habits? Coming up next, we'll wrap up this video with some powerful final takeaways and mindset shifts to help you approach food as your ally, not your enemy, as you age. Stay with me, because these last few thoughts might be the most important ones of all. So here's the truth no one tells you. Growing older doesn't mean giving up the foods you love. It means learning how to eat in harmony with your changing body. What once worked for you at 40 may not serve you well at 70, and that's not a weakness, it's wisdom. It's your body speaking a new language, and now you know how to listen. We've just uncovered 7 common fruits that, while healthy on the surface, can pose real risks to seniors. Whether it's spiking your blood sugar, interfering with your medications, irritating your digestion, or overloading your kidneys. And we didn't stop there. We also explored safe, nourishing alternatives that support your energy, brain, heart, and overall well-being. If you've made it to this point in the video, give yourself credit, not just for watching, but but for caring about your health, for choosing knowledge over habit, for showing up today not just to survive, but to thrive. That mindset, the willingness to adapt and grow, is what healthy aging is truly about. As someone who's worked with older adults for over a decade, I've learned that food is one of the most powerful tools we have. It's not just fuel, it's medicine, it's memory, it's connection, and when chosen wisely, it becomes one of your greatest allies for aging gracefully, independently, and joyfully. If you found even one insight in this video helpful, please hit the like button. It helps this message reach more people like you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more practical, science-backed tips tailored specifically for seniors. I release new videos every week to help you live stronger, feel better, and stay sharp, no matter your age. Finally, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever had an unexpected reaction to a fruit you thought was healthy? Or maybe you've already made changes to your diet and noticed a difference. Leave a comment below. Your story might be exactly what someone else in our community needs to hear. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Stay curious, stay empowered, and above all, stay well. I'll see you in the next video.